Alright guys, so our three first people to respond back with the picture of the measuring tape last night were Derek Marchese, Allison Nowak, and Tiffany Temple. So you guys are going to get the Balanced Chef meals on me, and then everybody else I've got a discount code that I'm going to put into the email. So I'm glad to see that a lot of you guys have that. It's another great measurement tool. We talked about that a little bit last night. That it's just one more thing to look at. So if you do get that in-body reading that maybe just doesn't seem like it's perfect, but everything else is going in the right direction, then you don't freak out. So what I want to talk about today was we're at the halfway point, so we've got about another 3 weeks. Is what are you learning? Are you learning how your body reacts to certain things? Tracking your food. How's your body reacting to maybe a caloric deficit? Maybe how's your body feeling after not having a surplus of carbohydrate all the time that maybe you're used to. All right. So what I was listening to on the radio today was somebody that was doing a little bit of a pretty extreme diet. Right. What they're doing is they were saying that it's like Atkins on steroids, and no carbohydrate whatsoever, super low carbohydrate, and they're losing weight, and that's great. That's awesome. They're losing weight. But unfortunately, in my head, my thought process is, what are you learning along the way? Not much. You're just learning, don't eat carbohydrate and you'll lose weight. That's true. You're in a caloric deficit, right? We already talked about, if this person ate 0 carbohydrate, but they had 8 hamburger patties every single day and they had a ton of salmon every single day, if their caloric intake is over what they need, they could still gain weight. Chances are that they're keeping their fat and their protein caloric total below what they need and they're losing weight, and it works fine. But, if this person had any aspiration of performance back behind it, they're probably not going to do all that well. A very, very low carbohydrate diet does not usually tend to favor, activity and exercise and things along those lines. And then my next thought, is, okay, great. When this person finishes this idea of very, very low carbs, and then they go back to carbohydrate, how do they know how much they need? Have they really learned anything? What we're trying to teach you guys is that we're not villainizing carbohydrate. Obviously, we don't want you guys to go and drink or straight out of the bottle of maple syrup, and it's all sugar, it's all carbohydrate. We don't want you to sit here and make 7-layer sandwiches with all white bread and, throw potato chips in the middle. What we're trying to teach you guys is to understand what your goal is, right? Decrease body fat, maintain body composition, increase muscle, and that there's a proven process that can get you there if you do it and you do it very consistent. The big key to that sentence is do it and do it consistent. That's like 50%, 60% of the puzzle is doing what you need to do consistently. And then you're learning that along the way. Hopefully you're learning things like, hey, tracking isn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. Or, wow, I used to eat very little protein, and then I wondered why I wasn't recovering from workouts. I was wondering, why it's hard for me to put on muscle. Well, hey, if you're drastically under eating and you're really low in protein, that's probably going to not really be the best thing going for you. So I guess what I'm getting at is, this is 6 weeks to learn something and then to use it there on out. This is not just a gimmicky, hey, have cabbage and lemonade for 6 weeks. Great. Have cabbage and lemonade for 6 weeks. You're probably going to lose weight because you're under your calories. I could say, eat cigarettes. All I want you to do for 6 weeks is eat cigarettes, and you're probably going to lose weight. You're probably not going to be any healthier. You're going to feel like shit. It's going to taste like shit, but you're probably going to lose weight. What we're trying to teach you is to take the foods that are nutrient dense, that are good for you, make that the bulk of your nutrition, understand how much you need to be eating to do what you want to do, and then learn to do that consistently. And if you can do that, you can do that for years on end, and you don't have to be that person that's doing this weird, crazy diet type deal. You're just like, hey, look, I'm eating protein because I need that. Hey, I'm going to have a smaller serving of carbohydrate because I don't want to put on extra pounds. Or, hey, I need to be heavier for such and such a reason. I'm going to increase my carbohydrate intake due to the desire to be heavier for that reason. So again, we want you guys to learn. We want you to actually learn something and take away from it. That way, once 6 weeks is over, you can continue to do it. Because a lot of us, maybe you're in a position where over 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, you've put on a lot of excess, excess weight. Unfortunately, 3-6 weeks might not take off all of that weight. but 3 to 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, very, very likely it could. So again, we're trying to teach you to think long term. We're trying to teach you to learn, to understand this stuff so that you can use it from here on out. Not just some wild, crazy thing that produces fast, dramatic results and you haven't learned anything, and then once you jump off that, the weight comes right back on. So again, guys, this is a little longer than they normally are, but I think it's pretty important to understand that we want you to learn and understand this so you can use it for the long run. Have a great day. Look for that coupon code in the email, and my first 3 winners that responded like 30 seconds after I sent that out, I'll get in touch with you guys on how to get your free meals. Have a great day.